I showed up unannounced to my fiancé's place and met his side chick. I handed her the ring and walked away. Hello everyone, my name is Helen. I was 27 years old female when this happened. I have been with my fiancé Chris 29 male for 3 years, engaged for 8 months. We were planning a wedding the next spring. Everything seemed fine, we argued like any couple, but nothing I thought was serious enough to rock the boat. Here's the thing, I don't live with him yet. We both have apartments, and the plan was to move in together after marriage. Normally, I give him a heads up when I'm coming over because he's particular about his space, which my best friend finds weird, but I do tell her to not overthink it because I believe my fiancé isn't that kind of man. She convinced me to try and not tell him I was coming this time, so I decided to surprise him. Biggest mistake? Or maybe biggest blessing? When I got to his house, the plan was to go in, make some food and wait for him to come home since he was at work. P.S. He told me that when we talked in the morning. After parking my car, I noticed his car was there. I was surprised though, but I thought maybe he came home to get something and go back. I knocked. No answer, so I used the key he gave me. I walked in. What I saw next was the last thing I could imagine. There they were. My fiancé and some woman sitting very close on the couch, laughing, clearly more than friends. The vibe was unmistakable. The woman froze when she saw me. My fiancé started stammering, "Babe, it's not what it looks like." I honestly didn't even feel like crying. I felt weirdly calm. Maybe because my best friend has filled my head with what to expect. I looked at her, then at him, and then I took off my engagement ring, walked over, and handed it to her. I said, "Congratulations. You just won yourself a fiancé. Good luck." Then I walked out. Didn't slam the door. Didn't yell. Just left. I drove a little bit far from his house because he was chasing after me when I left. I made sure I was out of reach before I took my phone and called my best friend, asked her how she knew. She asked what I was talking about. I told her everything that happened and she asked me if I need her to come get me. I told her nope, I was fine. When I got home, I saw my friends, mom, dad, and my sister. They acted as if it was a coincidence, but I knew my best friend called them. I broke down, I was comforted, I felt the love and I couldn't pray for anything else. Since then, his family has been blowing up my phone. Apparently, he told them it's a misunderstanding and he needs to explain. They've been guilt-tripping me, saying things like, "Don't throw away 3 years without hearing him out and you owe him a conversation at least." Here's my problem, I don't think I owe him anything. If there was nothing shady going on, he wouldn't have been scrambling and begging the second I walked in. If it's a misunderstanding, then it's a mighty cozy one. I haven't responded to him or his family. My best friend says I should block them all and move on. My mom thinks I should at least listen once so I can walk away without what-ifs. I finally answered one of his calls. He was crying, saying the woman was just a friend and he was helping her through a tough time. When I asked why she looked so comfortable in his apartment, why they were practically cuddled up, he couldn't give me a straight answer. He kept begging me to meet in person so he could prove nothing physical happened. Then I asked him the simplest question, if you had nothing to hide, why were you panicking the second I walked in? Dead silence. That told me everything. I told him I'm done, and I hung up. He tried calling back, but I blocked him. His family kept spamming me until I finally texted them, "This is between your son and me. Please respect my decision." Blocked them too. I've returned the rest of his stuff, deleted the wedding Pinterest board, and told my friends and family it's off. My mom admitted she was proud of how I handled it and said she only wanted me to listen so I wouldn't doubt myself later. Fair enough. Am I sad? Weirdly, no. I feel relieved. The thought of marrying someone who could betray me so easily makes my stomach turn. It's better to find out now than later. So yeah. I'm officially single again, and my ex-fiancé can keep his friend.